Hey guys, we got our question banks fixed, and so I'm going to just do a quick screencast to make sure that you have all the information you need to be successful. So the first thing we're going to do is when we sign in, we're going to go to tests and quizzes, and we're going to create a new test. So we come here and we're going to fill in all this information. So we have all of that filled in. And then we're going to scroll down. I'm just not going to fill these in, but you're welcome to do that. And we're going to, don't forget, you can go into this section as well if you want to put additional tags in there. I'm not going to do that for us, and I'm going to click Submit. So I've created my blank slate. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go Add New. And remember, if we just want to do a custom question, it just goes here and we can write that question ourselves, put in our own distractors and do that stuff. But we were specifically looking at selecting questions by standards. And so I'm going to hit that. Don't worry about that red thing. What we need to do is this particular assessment is going to be a math assessment. And so I'm going to pick the math learning standards. And because I set the parameters of 6th through 8th grade, on my test that I created, and I can go back and edit that if I need to, but I tested that because those are the standards that I want to see, and then you'll see it still has that there. I'm going to hit Submit, and be prepared because it does take a little while to load. All right, so we've got the selection questions by standard, and you'll see that there's 0 questions available. So that is because we have to check the bank. Now these are all different banks that we have in here. So on our particular thing, remember we're going 6-8. So I'm going to look at Math 6-8 New Standards item bank. So I can look at that. There's also a custom test item bank, which is like things that have been custom built. So you can look in all of these item banks and just see. Some of them have lots of questions in them. Some of them only have a few, but they keep adding all the time, so you can always go back and look at them. So I'm going to pick Math 6-8 New Standards IB, and it's going to take a minute again, so be prepared for it to load. Okay, it's loaded, and you can see that these are the numbers of questions available for each one of these standards, and you can just scroll down. There are tons and tons of questions. This is 6, 7, 8, and so now I can go through there. So if I'm making the question, it will not let me preview from here. But so if like this was, say this was an important standard for me, I can hit number that I want to add all 5, and then I come down to here and I hit Submit. And then it's going to give me this piece of which of these is not a statistical, and it kind of gives you the question here. I can also, if I want to, I can edit. I can remove it from the test. I can link it to the next item, or I can preview it. And so it gives me lots of options. So if I have like 5 questions for the standard, I might put them all up so I can look at all of them. And then if I didn't want them, I would just remove them from the test. So when you go to, I'll show you the edit feature real quick. When you go to the edit feature, you can edit any one of these. So if you want to change the language a little bit, or maybe you don't like the way the question was asked, or you want maybe to put another image in there or that's not in there to clarify understanding, you can certainly do that at the end. And then you always have to remember to save the question. So the other piece is, obviously you can remove it from the test. I'm not going to do that. You can link it to the next. And so you might want to explore that feature a little bit, and then you can also preview it. So this is the exact answer and all the distractors that it has. So I hope that's helpful, and we're excited that we have it working. Let us know if you have any questions at all, and we'll be happy to help you.